sort of an incomplete thought and you have to fill it in with your own
Dad
context.
Says, do that, good luck coming up with some of that melody. What do you say? Do it again?
Oh, it's just I read the actual notes
melody.
and whatever the notes are.
Yeah, I can come up with some of that melody.
Yeah, because the biggest difference is that if you see this in a chart, let's say you see that rhythm, right? So with this rhythm, basically everyone else in the band is going to read that different than you are. Yeah, you fill this in. You fill all of that in. They hit that note and they hit that note. You do stuff in the middle. On top of that, you also do stuff right here. You fill in stuff at the beginning and you fill stuff in after. So it's kind of a weird thing for you because you're telling this whole story here. You got to make sure that you use that word and you got to make sure that you use that word. But other than that, everything else that you do is all up to you. Whereas if, Dad was a trumpet player, right? So for him, he just plays this. Easy peasy. Learning, I played saxophone for years. That was how we read things. It was just like that. So I think that's what makes it kind of crazy. Okay. So let's talk about these a little bit. You're gonna be playing congas this time around. We'll get you on drum set again, but
Is it my congas or your congas or what?
Well,
I have two that are.
Those are concert ready, so those will work.
That are concert ready, probably.
You have a djembe and a small conga.
Okay.
These would be the better bet.
Okay.
They're all
So
tiny, though. They're all,
okay, then let's bet on those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll throw those in the trunk today because I won't be back here. So I'll pack those and I'll make sure that they're down Sunday. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Morning mercy.
Cause this is new. I have not heard this yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's a brand new
We'll
one.
get most of these
So I don't have anything for that yet. We'll have to listen to it and go. This one, we'll start with these two, right? So this is basically just straight ahead. The beginning is if my heart is overwhelmed and I cannot hear your voice. Yeah? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's most of it, right? Then when we get to the chorus, it's just straight ahead. Dun, da, dun, da, dun, da, dun. So keep in mind, you're gonna be on those, right? Don't give me that. I'll get you on drums as well.
Maybe one song. Dad wants to talk to you about that.
I haven't listened to all the songs through yet. Because I have to figure out what I'm going to play.
So it looks like he just shared.
Yeah, he sent me something.
So I think should be able to listen to. Terrible timing for this. It's all this.
I know that we've been working on that Duke Ellington
Well,
thing
it's not
for
gonna let
it.
me join it right now because my storage is almost full and I haven't paid for premium. So I'll have to go through and I'll have to clean some stuff out. But I don't want to use your guys' lesson time for that, unfortunately. So,
We still have 45 minutes.
well, yeah. Okay, so let's try this for now. Unfortunately, we don't have the recording for it. Unless, did he share it with you? Would you be able to?
I can't pull it up while.
Oh, while recording. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could do that. So let's go ahead and swing one of those congas over here,
Okay. Dad's just one here named congas.
and then I'm gonna play.
Got it?
I'm gonna play the songs as I would play them. I'll point to the music. I'm not really a singer, but I'll do at least some of the words here and there to kind of let you know where we are.
I can sing.
So,
Ish.
the beginning, most of what I'm doing is this. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. So I'll start it. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Some of it in, some of it off.
Can
I get the chimes or what?
Yeah, you can have the chimes next to you too. So for the chimes you're gonna want to use during like softer sections for sure. So I think where it would be really nice to have you is it'd be nice to have you during the verses with the bop, 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 bop. And I'm gonna keep that pretty straight so you can kind of fill that space. Yeah? The only one where I'm gonna get kind of big is here, halfway through the second verse, I go up to 16s.
Get big here. Chorus.
The chorus is the easy part. That's the part that's just straight ahead. That you wanted to sit out, I suppose it could be the pre-chorus, because that's when I moved to the toms, and that kind of lives in the same territory. But that's also a big open area, so I think you could do either or. If you want to let it sit because I'm sitting in the same sonic range as you, then
You're trying
fine.
to steal my show, basically.
Well, this is the set pattern. So I might also, if you're wanting to jam through there, if you wanted that part, boom, boom, bap, boom, boom, bap,
I just know the kick.
if you want that, well, that's not a choice. Then I could do other things. give you that space. But that's currently what I'm playing. So I just wanted you to have an idea of what I was playing. Okay? We can always adjust on the fly when we're doing rehearsal and whatever. Okay? And then bridge is just gonna be way down. Like almost nothing for most of it. I'll do like a little bass drum thing. Like something really light like that is usually what I'm doing. Okay? For the most part, you understand? Yeah, okay.
That's just that song. Yeah,
This one's kind of cool because this one swings a little bit more.
Yeah, I know this one.
Oh, you know this one already?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a chance to work on it, or do you just know it already? You've heard it before?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay.
No, so I have to get my guitar out and remember how to play again.
You what?
I have to get my guitar out and remember how to play again.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's more of a swingy kind of a thing.
I feel so muted on these.
Well, it's because you're used to quadruple forte all the time, and you just can't. You can't get quadruple forte out of those.
I get like mezzo forte.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I noticed a difference. If it's like
Yeah,
this.
it definitely is. Because the sound comes out of the bottom. So if it's totally sealed on the bottom, the sound's gonna hit and bounce back up, and it's gonna rattle around inside. But if you have it angled like that, it's gonna hit the carpet and bounce. It'd be even more if you put it on a hard surface and then played.
Ooh.
It would be a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. But this, it's like quiet because it hits and it just goes up and down.
Mm-hmm. That's why the good conga stands, they'll actually hover off the ground. A lot of these guys, when they come in to record, they bring like a little piece of plywood. They put the conga on the plywood because a lot of studios are carpeted. So they bring plywood with them so that they can put it on the plywood.
And just do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bridge is just kind of heavy on 2 and 4.
Okay.
Glory, hallelujah, it's a brand new day. Starts all over when the daylight comes. Giving me a joy that makes me sing. Good morning, good morning.
What would
And
you
I'll
do
add
right
a
there?
little bit more or whatever, but it's just going to be 2 and 4 for the most part. Okay? So, as far as breaks, usually at the end, we'll do a break there and a break there before Good Morning Mercy.
Good morning, Thursday.
I wake up to whisper that's not true. Dot. Good morning, mercy. So you'll hear me do it, you know. Good morning. You know. So I'll do that kind of thing to cue it.
Like that? Rhythm off that.
After good morning, so we'll do the bridge 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's gonna be Harold usually picks up the tambourine, and then I usually play a pattern. I try to stay off the hi-hat because he's playing a tambourine, so I'll probably go up here on the bell. I can also stay off the toms, and it could be the three of us. So he'll play on tambourine. You can play. It's basically we're gonna do a chorus with just percussion. So it would be you, me, and Harold, and singing. So they'll sing, but there'll be no guitar, no bass, no anything else. Okay. All right. Well,
Do I get to go crazy?
I can't. What's that?
Do I get to go crazy on that chorus?
Within reason. So I have to be careful when I say, can you be busy? Yes. But is it go crazy the same way that you would in a studio by yourself? No.
No, I just
Yeah, it's a performance setting, so you need to play it like a performance, but
I play.
what's up? You got another one?
Yep, he's filming.
How many are there?
He did say 4 songs. So there's 3 here.
Tim, I sent you a link to the demos.
I did see that. Unfortunately, I haven't cleaned out my Dropbox in a while. And I
Oh, so
haven't.
you can't open it.
Yeah, so I can't open it
You want
right
me to
now.
send you another way, or do you want
I can clean it out. I just don't. If I take the time right now, their lesson time will run out. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I can
Yeah.
clean it out later today, and then
So
I'll have it ready to go. but-
let me just send you emails. Then you can open them up. Do you want? Would that help a lot to play along with them?
I think so, because I'm
Okay.
kind of like doing a shoddy job,
I
like
can get
singing
one.
it.
I can get one with an MP3. I can get one per email. So I'll send
Okay.
you 4 emails.
Yeah, that'd be good, and then
Okay.
we could jam it. Okay, yeah. So he's gonna do that. This one's super light.
Ah, darn. That means.
This is a mellow one. You can use a lot of chimes here.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll probably give you a shaker actually. You can do some shaker stuff. That kind of stuff. And then rattles.
Gotta keep it in time, though, dude.
Yeah.
Don't you know me?
Exactly. You don't play percussion a lot.
But
Really?
No, you play the
That's
drum set.
percussion?
the
Drums
only
are
time this gets pretty big is we build the bridge up pretty big, but it's a false build.
Like I did with.
So we run the bridge. First time, I don't think I play anything the first time. Second time, it's just like quarter notes. And then third time, it gets like pretty big. And then
I put this.
and then totally out. And then they'll go a cappella and they'll end the song that way.
I want this. I want this song. I want to do this song up there. Like a trade-off.
Not this time, dude.
At least next time.
Yeah, we'll get you up there again, but yeah, this
better be
this week
prepared.
there's just kind of it's a last minute thing for 1 and for 2. So the choir's also playing and we have a brand new song. It's just not really the right time to put you up there. So we
Wait, the
won't this
choir?
time. Yeah, the choir's going to do a piece. And that's sight reading. So that's going to be like a big chart, this kind of thing, and then I'm going to sight read it. So,
Oh.
unless you want to sight read a chart.
No.
Soon enough, though, you should be able to.
I think so, yeah. Well, I'm waiting for this to load in. But yeah, otherwise this is really light. You can do a lot of shaker stuff, you can do a lot of chime stuff. Probably more of the congas will be during the chorus and then as we build the bridge, but especially the verses. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free, and the shame is undone.
Out of curiosity, what key is he have it in? Name the first 3 notes. Chords.
Right here, he's got. Well, it looks like it's an E.
Okay.
Yeah.
E-H-U,
So if this is the right chart,
E-H-U,
so sometimes he's got ones that are in different keys, but
Yeah.
this chart that he just handed me is an E.
Okay.
Oh,
So I know he likes to do a lot of them in E because vocally
What
that
about
tends to
A2?
most of the church is able to kind of hang on to that.
D and say D and B seems to be the
F
easiest, but
minor 7.
everybody goes G and A or G and E.
What about the F minor 7?
F sharp minor
F
7.
sharp.
M
minor
is minor.
Yes, you're right. Well, lowercase m is minor.
Minor.
Yeah, so F sharp minor 7.
Yes,
Yes.
F sharp minor 7.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
You
It's-
don't have to worry about that.
Basically
Yeah.
F7 you're telling me.
That's how I feel when I try to read drum music.
Well,
At least you know.
did
how
you
to
hear what he
play
said?
it.
He's like, it's basically an F7. It's like, no.
No.
Sharp and mine
Totally different.
cancel each other out, don't
No.
No.
So I have to go.
Okay. Well, it looks like the first one he sent me was the new song. So, okay. I guess we'll tackle it together.
I have an iPod plugged into mine.
There you go. Not anymore.
That's the only piece of Apple I had for my lunch.
Also, did you get my text the other day? I sent you a text about talking to Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I thought you were going to start with the other sheet thing first.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do today. And then it was like, oh, they're playing on Sunday. Can we go over stuff? I'm like, yeah. All right, you got your
I figured we'd go over that first and
I
then
know. I
do
was
this
like,
one
well-
last, but it's all good.
Okay. So
So
if
what-
we don't have time, then I'll just push Bruce back another week. It doesn't really matter. The big thing is that, first of all, the Ellington is blowing into something that's way too big for my current drummers. So I have a guy who's he's busting his butt. So he's really trying, and we'll see if he can get there. But he's doing he's doing these things that I don't know that the drummers there are ready for.
Like what?
I mean, we could talk about it, but first of all, one of the things that makes it really hard is that it changes styles very quickly. Just boom, like straight ahead swing, boom, brush
Yeah, I
battle, boom,
can't-
caravan, like boom, shot chorus, like.
I'm not gonna be ready for. What if I'm ready for that? And I can play it.
So, but the other thing is that did I show you the Songo last week?
Yes.
Yeah. If you were to really get the Songo down, we have another kid who's kind of flaky, and he's working Manteca with that Songo groove. And if that doesn't work out, he could sit in on that one fairly easily, I think. So, I think that's one of the other things is that he brought up where he's like, well, the guy that we have on that song is kind of flaky. So if we had someone as like a backup in case he flakes last minute, I was
I'll
like,
be a
well,
backup.
well, that's what he was saying. I said, well, Zane could do it. So
What?
You remember the groove that he taught you last week?
High level music.
it's the Songo, the one that we talked about last time. Or with a cross stick, you can do the same thing. Jeez, you sit up higher than I do, actually.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I guess actually if I wasn't teaching, I would also raise my snare. So maybe it'd be fine. I just went in for a cross stick and I'm like,
Hunched over.
like, whoa, you're way, way up here.
I sit up high.
So that's the song. All right, so I haven't heard this yet either. So I guess let's just kind of let's figure out what's going on here. Yeah, so if you were gonna play, I would just do this. busier. You can keep going. It's your time. Oh, interesting. A little
I
like
was just looking
mini
at
build at the end.
soundtrack.
So
I can tell it's a false
that
build.
that felt pretty easy to me.
That's
That was my first listen, so to just jam with it, it's like, oh, okay. So we got no problems here. Pretty straightforward. I'll leave you plenty of room, especially the first time through the bridge. I'm gonna leave you almost. I'm just gonna play on the kick drum. So you've got a lot of space. So what that means is that you can take control of it, but you got to keep the like. Right? It's the beginning of a build. So you can use a lot of that empty space. You know, that kind of thing. If you were doing that here, right? So you could do that kind of stuff. Do you need me to show you or you understand?
I'm good.
Okay.
I was just like,
The second time though, you can start to really cook on it. Because I'm going to be...
You won't. Yeah, you're not gonna have it attached to the floor like that, so you won't be able to rock it back and forth, dude.
Yeah. So second time around, you can start jamming on it because it's a build. Okay? Should I take it back to just the bridge section?
no, I think I'm good.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Okay. I didn't go back far enough.
Yeah, you did.
Liked what you just did right there. You were right in there.
Here we go. So I'm gonna stay out of the way. Okay, now you can start to cook. Build it here. Even bigger, you can go big here. So that one's not a false build, so that one comes in strong. So we can build that up, and then probably what'll happen is I'll fill the end of the bridge there and bring us into the chorus. But you basically have that whole bridge to be spotlighted.
Have fun.
Okie doke. Okay.
So I'll work with him too with the stuff at home. If you guys want to get into
So
your
he-
jazz stuff.
Okay, because yeah, he sent me emails for the rest of them, so we can do a run through of each of them, but then we will run out of time for the jazz. So,
Yeah, so it's up to you.
Okay.
It's okay. I think we just do the
You
rest
think
of them.
you think?
You
Well,
know, you don't want to show what you've actually read and created, so you can maybe go to the high school and cover.
I'm not gonna cover that at the high school. No,
you say that, but the drummer that is assigned to that is not as good as you are already.
hold on.
So
What time? When would I go to the high school?
right now, he asked me for 2 weeks. He said, "Can you learn it in 2 weeks?" And I said, maybe. I didn't expect you to then also have to work on these 4 songs. So if I push it back 1 more week, it should be fine.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean concert in 2 weeks. That means just show up to a rehearsal and just kind of jam it with the band.
Yeah, at least it's not a concert.
And it's not a concert. You're just going to show up and you're going to jam it.
Alright.
Because you've only gone through that entire song.
Are they doing a concert?
Mm-hmm. It's at the end of March.
You've done that
I
entire.
consider them a concert, maybe.
Well,
Once I do
it's
that.
not it's not really sitting in when it's the concert, right? That's filling, that's subbing. So that's if one of the other kids is not ready to go, or they bail. They go, this is too much, I can't handle it, I can't do it anymore. Then normally I would sub for it and I would play because they bailed, but I could put you in instead. So you would be a backup in that
I'd
case.
be like the little tiny kid in the band of high schoolers.
I don't think you're not really that tiny. You
I'm the
know?
tallest kid in their class. I'm tiny.
So, but yeah, so that's the way that'll work. So,
Second tossed.
I think
you should do
especially
that.
if you guys have the recordings at home, I think you can do this.
Yeah.
So, he just sent me all the emails, but
I think the jazz stuff's going to be more fun for you right now because you still have only gone through it with no music. You've only gone through it reading.
yeah. So today, yeah, we have until 45, right? So we got 20 more minutes, and
Yeah.
then you guys got to bail. Okay.
Yeah.
About that much, cause
So let's switch gears here. You have your sticks back. That conga can go back in the corner.
okay, Dad, just double fist the conga.
What?
That does not sound right.
Watch out for cables.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
this
surprised
is gonna
our
go.
studio is still intact for me being on campus.
Okay, that's yours. All right. So I want to hear quickly what you've come up with, and then because we're on a little bit of a crunch, normally I would take it a little bit slower and go through the process that we outlined. But now that we have a deadline, we're gonna accelerate a little bit more. So we're gonna do a little more listening sooner than I had anticipated.
Yeah!
So, but again, keep in mind that's because we're shortcutting it. So if we're not doing it now with the Ellington, we're gonna do it later. Okay? It's still something that's important to do. It just now that we have a deadline. So it's not like I forgot. That's all. I guess all I'm trying to say here is that I didn't forget. Alright, so before I turn anything on, let me see what you have. So, that didn't happen? No problem. Right? Come on. That one did though. That was good. Okay? So, something that we do have to talk about a little bit. Well, Hold on. So before you get too excited about that, okay, something to consider. We talked about this a little bit before, right? So these arrangers, they don't always play really, or they don't always write it down really the way that they would actually want a drummer to play this, right? So I would save the backbeat for the end, because that's the big shout chorus. It's all that big stuff. Boom, it's big, it's exciting. You can have your big forte moment. Use your 3-5-4s, whatever. It's the end of the piece, okay? Here, though, it's a little too soon to start bringing out a backbeat, okay?
But it says
I know.
Dan actually
I know it says knock, so I was like, it's cross stick. Good to go.
Yeah, rim knock is cross stick.
This.
I know. So, the thing about that, right, is if you look over here, this says Latin even eighths. What is this telling you to play for the most part? Can you tell? What Latin style is that?
I don't know.
Well, look at the feet. Don't worry about this. That's going to confuse you.
I can't really tell them feet.
Boom, 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 boom. What is that? Good. What's that called?
The Alfredo pasta sauce.
Sorry, that was funny.
The what?
Partito alto.
Oh, yeah. So the partito alto is a pattern that you play within the style. What is the style? Samba. So, here's the deal, right? He goes, oh, Latin. I'll make it a samba. Wrong country. Okay? Do you know samba and bossa? Do you know where they come from? Latin, yes, but there's a lot of Latin countries.
Yeah.
There's one really big one.
Ecuador.
It's the Latin country that doesn't speak Spanish.
It's the really big one.
They speak Portuguese.
Equator called equator in Spanish. Ecuador. I don't know that. Brazil?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought they spoke Spanish.
So,
Or do they
Portuguese.
speak Brazilian?
Portuguese.
So, that is bossa, that is samba. This is the wrong country. Okay?
Hey, Portuguese is Latin.
This music, this is Cuban. So Cuban is a different foot pattern. Boom, 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 boom.
What's that? I'm just gonna go with
Okay? So that's that. So in other words, take whatever he has that's written here and throw it away.
I'm just gonna throw the top part away. I'm gonna keep these things.
Well, you got to keep the measures. So you have to be able to keep track of the measures.
I know.
But
Feet.
as far as what he's telling you to do, you're throwing it away. Okay? So all that point, the point here is that they're not really. If you played exactly what was written here on the chart,
It's
and
not
you
good.
showed up to the high school like that, he's gonna be looking at me like, what the heck? This sounds super like square and boxy and not very good. Very plain.
Tell him that's what's written on the chart.
Yes, and he knows that, and I know that. But here's the difference, right? Because I'm a drummer, I know better than that. So I know that even though I'm looking at this, I go, this isn't right. So you had no context for it. So if you had played me a samba here, having not heard the music before, I obviously wouldn't mark you down. You played what the music said, right? So the big thing is I wanted to see if you could work your way through the music, you could keep track of measures, you could catch the figures and whatever, okay? But on a listen to it, you're gonna hear that the boom, boom, both boom, boom, both boom, boom, both. You're gonna hear that works a lot better. So
I'm mad now. I was gonna have some, but now I don't.
nope. But you'll have mambo, and I think you're gonna have mambo because it's gonna cook. It's gonna go pretty fast. Boom, 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 ding, taka, boom, boom, taka, boom, taka, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
I remember that. Like whatever it was the.
Yep. So you're gonna do that, but it's gonna go fast. Ding, jacka, ding, do do ding, jacka, ding, boom, ding, jacka, ding, boom, boom, ding, jacka, ding, boom. So just so you understand, shade on my student who's just busting his butt right now trying to make this happen. Right now, he's trying to do Bayou feet with a ride cymbal. That's where he's at. Because he started playing drums 3 days ago, and I'm having to like try to give him a crash course on drums. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is that that's where he's at right now. That's the guy whose job it is to play this right now. He's trying to get ding chaka ding chaka ding chaka ding. No left hand. Just ding chaka ding boom ding chaka ding.
I mean, for 3
Okay.
days ago, that is like a
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's doing a great job.
Yes.
We don't have drummers. We have like kids that are now just beginning to learn drums. And then he assigned this, and I thought, you're evil.
Well, at least you're doing it to me. You're making it
So,
less evil by putting it on
Yeah,
the
so
table.
you will be able to handle this because you're already so much further ahead than anybody in that department because you
I thought
have
you
been a
said
drummer.
one that had been doing it for like a few months.
No, there's nobody in the.
Are you sure they're not doing it out of nowhere? I can just do that. Tell them to sign that next.
No. So, that's how that's gonna work. So let's go ahead and put on a recording. And here's what I want to do. I want you to just try to listen and get what you can, okay? So we have.
Just listen.
So you've got two options, okay? You can either fuss your way through it while you're listening because we're accelerated because we're on a time frame, right? Or the other one is I will play it and you can listen to me play it.
I will fuss my way through
You're gonna
this.
fuss your way through it? Okay.
Even if it's the last thing I do.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. This is the first one that popped up with. Actually, this might work. This might work better.
Are you on YouTube or what do you
Yeah.
want? So if
No,
if it's the right one, just share the link when you're done. If it's the right one.
Yeah. So let's try this and see. I know sometimes if I grab one that another band is playing, like another middle school or high school, they'll take shortcuts somewhere, they'll add measures, they'll take away measures, and that makes things a little bit confusing. So. Okay. So here's the beginning. You don't do anything in here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Section. My brushes are in the car, so my bad. You can just. You can still just spin them in circles. Three, 4. this is when you would switch back to your sticks and you're getting ready for Caravan. And then they'll just hold. One, two, three.
It goes quick, don't it?
Pretty cool, huh?
One done. That's how it felt. Okay, that's the entire song.
Yeah.
Done.
So,
The brush
a lot of
how's it
changes.
go like this? Like duh, 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 duh.
What do you mean? What part
All
are you thinking
these
about?
changes.
Yeah.
From that to that to that to that to that.
That's why I think this is brutally hard on the drummer. As far as the rest of the band, they just play the notes that are written. So if it's
That's
changing all these
me.
styles or whatever, okay, well, it's whatever notes are written.
That's me.
For the drummer, on the other hand, I think this is brutal. I think this is brutal for a high school drummer. You got to
I'm
know
not a
all
high
these
school
different
drummer.
styles.
It's brutal for me.
Well, yeah, but you're playing at a higher level than my current high school drummers. Granted, they're not at high school level currently. I'm trying to get them there as quick as I can, but
It took me 5 years to get to high school level or whatever level.
yeah,
I'm at.
yeah. You started young, so by the time you get to high school, I don't think this will be hard. I think this will be a piece of cake for you, which means you're going to be in All-State and all kinds of other stuff.
I'm gonna do UCLA band, or Harvard, or Calpac, or whatever universities you have. Send me to one of those.
No, I don't want to,
We got plenty of time to think about that.
because then I can't
Okay.
work there.
I'm
So-
already graduating next Friday. I'm
I
graduating.
want to make sure
going
you
to
guys
college.
aren't.
No,
late.
we're good. If we have to go a little hot, we're
No,
fine.
well, I
Okay.
think they're early to apologize to coach.
You do need to apologize to coach, but you can do that after.
Okay. Well, then we're just going to talk about it real quick. We're not going to do another run through. Okay. I'll send Dad the recording so that you can jam with the recording this week.
Yay!
But I guess while you're tearing down, tell me your thoughts.
Oh.
So,
that
what
is-
was easier than you thought? What was harder than you thought?
I expected Caravan to be like somewhat easy, but that's like really fast.
It's fast.
That's like 500 BPM. How much BPM is that?
About 150, probably.
Feels like
Over 200, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is not 150.
220.
No, it's not quite that fast.
And then okay, what's
That might be
Mood
counting
Indigo?
half
Pretty
notes.
close. About 210.
Yeah.
What's Mood Indigo? Tell me what Mood Indigo.
Mood Indigo is the ballad.
Yeah,
That's
like
brush
what
ballad.
tempo? Like, duh. That's not 200. Look, you go from that to 220.
That's why they have all these breaks. Look, there's a break here because there's a tempo change. There's a break here because there's a tempo change. I think this is actually the hardest transition because there's a big tempo change here and here, and there's no break. You just have to, while you're playing, you just have to pump the brakes and slow way down. So that's a tough
I
change.
can't even do that while running.
So, I will circle them so that you can see where the sections are and where the breaks are. So this is a new one right here. You got to watch out for this. I'm gonna put arrows here to say watch out. tempo.
Are you conducting or is he
Change.
conducting?
I'm not even
That's scary.
I'm not even sure he'll conduct. He might, but he might just. It depends, I guess. He didn't conduct when I was playing, but
You knew the changes.
You.
yeah,
It's you.
because it's me. So if he he probably would. If not, I might get up there and conduct it then, because I think.
Do you
Because
know
you,
how
you
to
can
do
keep your left
Oh, yeah.
hand slow and you can, hey, this is where you're coming in at.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I'm having
coordinated
flashbacks to high
enough.
school.
Yeah,
Right.
I
So for
would
me to
just
be able
be
to
like-
jump into that. So there's a big tempo change here, so you'll have to watch out for that. This is where the band drops in. So band, because this is kind of the intro. Ba-ra, ba-ra-da, ba-ra, ba-ra-da. That's all they're doing here, and then yeah, you ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, see, I was,
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
even I was counting along here and I was like, okay, we're in the 4/4/4, and then the drum started like on the hold.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
I,
like,
was, I was
okay.
surprised. I was like, oh, we're in. So I guess that was just kind of his way. He just holds the fermata, just lets the drummer go.
Okay.
So it's gonna
Because
be
even in my brain, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the whole. Oh, he's already going. Oh boy.
Like, I see it as that's like
slow.
college people. That's college guys.
This is written to be a high school chart.
What?
So
Okay,
this is, so
either your high
the
schoolers,
people that were playing is probably a pretty good high school band.
either
That's what it sounded like to
the
me.
high schoolers that are in the band have been held back like
Sounds
3
like
years.
El Dorado
So
stuff.
this is, in fact, what might be nice. I don't want to take up too much time, but
No,
if
okay.
I can give you approximate tempo markings at about 210, and then